All right, we are live. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Oh, it's been a while, hey? Haven't been on for a few days. And it's like the wife's out of town, so I'm trying to, stay motivated, get the house cleaned up because right before she left is right when her son got married, and there was just wedding stuff like everywhere because she put a lot of time and energy into this wedding. So I'm cleaning up the house, got a couple yard projects. I go outside when it's not like 90 and I can actually breathe. So that's why I haven't been on here like every single day like I was for a while. So no issues with the channel. No big a couple minor health issues. Nothing like, nothing like J-Bone's dying or nothing. No, we're all good. We're all good. Just haven't been on for a few days. No big deal. Getting some chatters in here. What is up, guys? Cheers. Nothing tremendous tonight. Just the water. Jerry, what's up? Eli. What's up, J-Bone? You saw TNA. What's TNA? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Some people still call it TNA. It's all good. I know. Last night was crazy. Yeah, loved Impact. The guys and I should be recording it. I believe we're going to be going live probably for the last time. The way we have been doing it the last few weeks. Tomorrow night should be for the Impact. The total nonstop Impact review. You missed SmackVille. You didn't miss much. We're going to get into that in a bit. The legend that is J-Bone. Oh, you stop. Thank you, Eugene. You're too kind. Eli says, Moose is a star. Yes, he better win the Impact title. And Rhino versus Elgin going to be killing it. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I'm not going to review it, but I'm just responding to your comments. Yes. Did Kofi retain? Yes. And let's get into that. I was going to talk a little bit about SMACKVILLE. This diet sucks. I'm hungry. It's what happens if you start like throwing accidental food references into your daily speech. We're going to talk about SMACKVILLE. You go for a big deep dish pizza right now. Stop. Dieting sucks. It absolutely sucks. I hit this plateau and SMACKVILLE. Man, you're trying to lose weight and so yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the network, the changes, SMACKVILLE. No, I'm just going to keep saying it. SMACKVILLE, which is goofy in itself. And we're going to talk about the special that was on right after that a little bit. The Big Show. What was it called? Oh, Rebuilding Big Show. It wasn't a super long special. It was just nice to get an update on the big guy. Yesterday was Tessa Blanchard's birthday. Well, happy belated birthday to Tessa Blanchard, one of the best women in the industry today. Some call her the best overall. It's a healthy man. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just. I'll just say this to sum that all up, man. Gastritis sucks. It really does, man. I don't drink anymore. No more beer. I'm trying to cut as many carbs out of my diet as possible. Sometimes you got to have just a little bit just to keep your sanity. I kind of broke that when I had my son here last weekend, and we had some pizza and some stuff. But I've been grilling all this stuff, and oh my God, my body is starting to reject grilled food. And if I have to go to a strict plant-based diet, I'm just going to fucking cry. It's like, I love grilling. I just started like big time grilling within the last few years. And oh my God, just, oh, crazy. All right. Um, Thanks, Eli. Snacks all day won't help you. Fruit and vegetables. Yeah, man, I make salads like all the time now. It's ridiculous. I'm constantly chopping up lettuce, not carrots, tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, and making big ass salads and just a little bit of dressings and cheese. Love cheese. Can't get enough of cheese. I won't hate you in this setting. Thank you, Whoopsie. And welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for subbing, man. It means a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. I'm not sure what you all like as far as content, but we're going to cover a few different things tonight. We're not talking Impact, other than just chiming in with the chat room here and there. So we're going to talk a little WWE stuff, and I don't talk about it much, but I had nothing else better to do tonight, and I really wanted to get on here live because I didn't want to just end the week with like nothing because I wasn't on here much. So what type of cheese? Like a shredded Kobe Jack is just a nice, mild, flavorful cheese. Nothing crazy. No, like exquisite no exquisite feta or Gouda or anything like that. You need to know. Well, now you know. You're so goofy. I put that shit on everything. No, not everything. I always start out my day with like a 3 egg omelet. Throw some veggies in there. Today was just cheese. I don't know why this censored that. Triple H sharing a birthday with Dolph Ziggler. I am in shock. Oh, well, okay. Well, happy birthday to them too. G1. I have not watched the latest one. I do want to watch at least some of it. I know it was on Access TV tonight. I didn't watch it. I do want to see Kenta versus Okada. If any of you have seen it, please don't spoil it for me. It's one of the few, like I said, I'm not watching everything. I can't do the 5-on-5s, the constant nonstop 10-man tag matches. I just can't watch all that. I'll watch like the singles matches, or unless there's like a big tag team championship match or something like that. I'm picking through it and I'm watching what I want to watch. I'm watching the Moxley ones, the Kenta ones, Will Ospreay, Archer, and couple others like Jeff Cobb. I'm very curious to see what he's doing. I want to see his match against Jay White from the last show. I missed it. And so yeah, there's like I said, I'm just picking, and I'm not like I don't watch it enough to give us a decent review on it. It's not being fair to it, So I'm not gonna like it'd be like me reviewing WrestleMania and be like, yeah, I just watched the Roman Reigns match. That's ridiculous. So I'll talk about little things here and there while I'm on here, but I'm not gonna be like, okay, well, this is the G1 night 17 review. I'm not going to do anything like that. So just a heads up for anyone curious about that. But for what I've watched, holy shit, it's been crazy. Lance Archer is a friggin' monster. And Mox, I don't know if Mox is going to win the whole thing or not, but damn, he's he's kicking ass. His match with Ishii, sick. All of his matches have been just like really good. Just watch it, you. Yeah. Finn Balor was injured. I don't know. They were saying he wasn't cleared. I didn't read any like news as far as I was just like he's fine. He was attacked by Bray Wyatt, so you got to sell the injury. So that's what I'm going with. I don't know. If there's more to that, I don't know. So, but let's talk about that. Let's talk about the WWE Network. The WWE Network has had some changes. So now when you go into it, like, okay, if I'm sitting here at my desktop computer and I go into it, it's weird because there's still a frame for like the top frame is still WWE.com. It's weird. There's like the events, superstars. So the WWE.com overall plus the network has changed. So that's kind of interesting. Matt Hendricks says the WWE Network update sucks. It's different. It is, and I'm getting to that. Like I just tried watching something right on here before I went live, and it looked fine. It looked fine. It looks like Netflix. It looks almost identical to Netflix, which is kind of funny. I'm not sure why they went with a look that looks almost exactly like Netflix. You'd think they'd want to try something a little more unique or not artsy, but just different. Balor had stomach flu? Oh, okay. And there's been rumors about him wanting to take time off anyway, so I really don't know what's legit and what's not. I'm not going to overthink it. He's got a match with Bray Wyatt coming up in SummerSlam. People are excited about it. I'm a little excited about it. He did not show up tonight from what I heard. Because they only showed like this SMACKVILLE special was only an hour, or just over an hour. Hour and a couple minutes. There was 3 matches, and the first several minutes into the first match, I know that Nakamura faced Ali, but the whole entrance of Nakamura, I missed it, and then him talking, I missed most of that because my network was glitching like crazy. And it was what do you call not spooling, buffering, whatever you call it. And I would try to here's also what's weird. I was logged in, I was watching it live, and then all of a sudden at start time, like I got the message on my phone saying, hey, go to the network. I'm like, oh, yep, I'm here. They started playing Extreme Rules. I don't know if anybody else experienced this, but it went straight from whatever Kofi special was on or the photo special, they're those funny things. It went straight into Extreme Rules from last month or whatever it was. And I was like, what the heck? This is supposed to be SmackVille. So I'm watching this for a couple minutes thinking, oh, okay, it's going to just kick into SmackVille, like this is like they already had stuff playing and then they're going to go, boom, they're going to go live. It didn't happen. I had to back out of what was playing live in front of me because this is nothing I chose. Go out to like the main menu, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it was on the main menu, and it said watch now. And so I clicked it, and then it went right into it. And then it was just glitchy as hell. Like everything before that was fine. Because, I wanted to be set up, and then I was doing stuff, and I'm like, okay, it's time to sit down. It's 8:00. Let's do this. 8 to 9 is supposed to be the special. And the first several minutes was just all glitchy and buffering. And I was excited to see Ali come in, But a good chunk of the match I missed because it was just glitch. Like every 10 to 20 seconds, it would freeze. And then, doing this shit. And that was really frustrating. And I'm like, okay, well, and I don't know if anyone else had that kind of issue. But that's what I went with. That's what I had to deal with for the live SmackVille was number one. It wasn't live on the network. I had to go out of what they were already playing, why the Extreme Rules was playing, I don't know. So that was very confusing. I was like, okay, this isn't going very smooth for the first like big test run on my TV. And then after that match, it was fine. I'll tell you, as far as who really stood out from this, and I'll admit, I've been pretty critical of WWE lately. I haven't watched it much, but I still have my favorites on the show. It's not like I hate everyone on the show. It's just the booking has been ridiculously horrible. This last SmackDown was okay, but everything before that for like, I don't know, a couple months was just, I couldn't stand it. So yeah, I haven't been watching much. I know what's going on. I just don't watch. But I was like, oh, they're giving Elias a segment. So I was very curious to see what they were going to do with him. And I'm a big fan of Elias. I'm like one of his 3 fans. And I hadn't seen him in a while. Other than his, run-ins with Roman over the last few months, sporadically, whatever. I didn't see him in a few months, and I was like, holy shit. Elias is jacked to the roof. Elias looks like he gained like 40 pounds of muscle. I mean, he's massive. He looks like, and this is not an insult. This is just like, it impressed me. He looks like Randy Savage did when he did that Spider-Man movie and he was all jacked and he was in the cage and he was like, I can't remember what his Buzzsaw, was that his name? He looked like Buzzsaw. Elias is getting to the point where he doesn't have a neck. He's just, pretty. If he keeps working out like this, he's going to look like a tall Otis and be like, it's gonna be ridiculous. He's just, holy shit, is he jacked? I was just like, wow. Why is he talking about his muscles so much? I didn't see him in a while. So I was like, holy shit. But yeah, in my opinion, this hour-long special, which I understand why they're doing this, because they're getting ready for the war. Which is also hilarious. Tony Khan could have been like, yeah, I want to go live Monday nights like we did 20 years ago. No, he specifically picked a night where nothing else was on. I'm not calling NXT nothing, but as far as live, cable network television, nothing else is on as far as sports entertainment or wrestling. And and now you hear all this shit about WWE is, oh, well, we're going to put something on Wednesday night to compete with them. They don't have to do that. They don't have to do any of that. I don't understand, but that's Captain Grapefruit's behind the desk there. He's, I don't get it, man. All right, let's jump back in the chat here. Jerry says, I love Bray Wyatt's new look. Yeah, man, it's really different. It's they're going back and forth between like the goody sweater wearing guy to the Fiend. So it's kind of hard to tell exactly where they're going with this, but it's very interesting. It's one of the few interesting things on the show. Finn Balor was his stomach. Okay, I read that already. I still want a playlist like YouTube where you can just go Batches of Beast 96 on ECW pay-per-view and W pay-per-view and binge watch a certain pay-per-view put on the playlist. Yeah, I mean, I haven't dug that much into it as far as like creating like you can create a playlist on there, but I'm not sure how. I've never done that before. Is Mustafa Ali turning heel? It seems like because of the promo last Tuesday. He's doing some really good promo work. I haven't seen some of his stuff recently, but when he started really getting the spotlight on him, he was cutting these sick promos. And yeah, some of them do sound a little heelish, but I think it's just him being himself. If he was heel, he would have been doing some pretty heelish things in the ring too to like back up this whole, if he was, so I don't think he is. He's just got a different way of talking, and I think he's very good at it too. So I hope they keep giving him the chance to do these promos and to build, more eyes on Ali. The guy's very, very talented. SmackDown the other night. Gosh, I don't remember. Bischoff's name written all over it. Yeah, I don't think Bischoff's around yet. I keep hearing this back and forth shit like, oh yeah, he was there, and no, he's not there, and this looks exactly like something he would do, and oh no, he wasn't there at all. I don't know what the hell's going on with. I keep hearing all this back and forth shit with him. Heyman's there. Heyman's doing Raw. I still don't know. And then I'm hearing that Bischoff has a different title than what was explained before. I really don't know what's going on. It's all very confusing. Sean Ross Sapp reported that Tommaso Ciampa is set for return mid-August. Oh my God. That's crazy if it's true. That is crazy. We'll see. We'll see. He'll probably show up at the Toronto takeover that's coming up in a few weeks. I think there's a takeover like tied with SummerSlam, if I'm not mistaken. WWE is jealous of AEW. I wouldn't say that. They haven't even hit TV yet, so let's like I said, let's pump the brakes on this whole war thing. Everybody's just completely losing their shit. I'm not telling you got to love it or like anything, but to blow everything out of proportion at this point is really just kind of ridiculous. There's no reason to. They've had a few shows. They're gaining steam. They're building a fan base. Let's take it a thing at a time here. Saying that Balor won't be the demon at SummerSlam. Yeah, I don't know. Bischoff was there for SmackDown. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard any like details or anything as far as, okay, he had his hands on this portion or that portion or did this or did that. I really have no idea. We got a brand new match announced for Raw. Oh, wait, it's Rollins versus Ziggler. Ooh. Throw the brand split out the window. What's up, Critical Sting, by the way? Glad you could join. Cole versus Ciampa is going to be fantastic. When it happens, yes, absolutely. Ciampa. I love Ciampa. I got to support the local guy. He's from Milwaukee. I'm from Milwaukee, so. Bischoff called out Meltzer and said it was BS. Okay. Give women a chance. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of criticism on what WWE is doing with their women again. It's like, they hit a home run and then they're not doing hardly anything. They got to stay consistent with the ladies because, man, they've got a lot of ladies to keep happy and book and everything. And they're even throwing them on main event now. I heard Naomi faced Sarah Logan, I believe. I was very curious about that, but I didn't see it. J-Bone, why can't WWE do Seth Rollins versus Bobby Roode and Becky Lynch versus Nikki Cross? Bobby Roode's busy shaking up main event right now. 4 years to the women's revolution. Yeah, and they're not even planning a part 2 for the Evolution from what I heard. TakeOver Toronto might have more than 5 matches with Dane versus Riddle and Lowe versus Candice. Those sound like very good matches. Killian Dane reinventing himself on NXT. I've actually been catching up a lot of NXT. I was binge watching it the other day, a couple days ago. So I'm like, man, I haven't watched it in ages. I got a lot of favorites on there. I really need to start watching it again. I love the big guy that they just got. Was it Kevin Lee? No, that's not it. What's his name? He just had a match. I feel like I'm completely screwing that up. Trevor Lee? No, that's not it. Keith Lee. Thank you. Keith Lee, yes. See, that's how rusty I am with the NXT shit. And he was out for a while too, I think. I didn't hear why. Keith Lee, I loved him in Evolve and all over the indies. Swerve, been keeping my eye on him. I'm very excited for what he's doing. So yeah, there's key people I've been in this whole tournament thing that's going on. Very curious to see who's ACH is in there too. I don't remember what his new name is to he's always going to be ACH to me. Bask in his glory. That's right. And Keith Lee is just damn good. Guy needs a championship run. Not like anytime soon because they're still, he's still new-ish. But yeah, just keep the spotlight on him. He'll be NXT champ someday. And don't rush it, man. That's just let's simmer on some of these new guys. It's just fun to watch them. J-Bone, the reason why I say all promos sound like heel because it kind of reminds me of 2008 Jeff Hardy and 2004 Edge, the guy who will do anything to be champion. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't remember the content of Ali's thing, but now that you're saying that, doing anything to become champion, yeah, maybe. I mean, he's Love Low Shrine. Yeah, that my introduction to her was Lucha Underground. That trio that took on Pentagon. God, that's a few years ago already, isn't it? It's crazy. Jordan Miles. That's ACH's new name. Jordan Miles. God, all these new names. Just crazy. Why can't you just keep it ACH? They've changed Stokely Hathaway's name like 5 times already. I have no fucking clue what he's called now. He's had a lot of big guys like at local shows. All huge. That Babatunde and some other huge like 7-footer guys. Stokely Hathaway is attaching himself to some like money guys. You just watch. Within the next few months, they're going to introduce him with like a handful of just monsters. And they're just going to destroy everyone in NXT. That's what I want to see. Stokely Hathaway is gold. Love that guy. Especially about Nikki Cross when they paired her with Alexa Bliss. Cross was special and different from all the other females in the roster, and they ruined her. Yeah, I mean, they kind of polished her off, and I don't know. I mean, they're giving her a chance to talk, which is fine. But, now she's, and she's enunciating everything. And it's like, let's throw a crap ton of makeup and give her a boob job too while you're at it. God. And I'm saying that with sarcasm. Please don't take that seriously. Oh, God. J-Bone, did you see that tall guy who was in WWE? My God, that tall guy. If you're talking about the 7-footer that they were taking pictures with Stokely Hathaway a couple days ago, yeah, I saw that. Urge you to go back and watch Kairi Sane versus Io Shirai from Stardom, of the best, some of the best women matches you'll ever see. I downloaded some Stardom stuff like the other day, and I was very curious to see who's on there. But I know there's been some really great women that have come out of there. Oh gosh, Viper was over there. Tony Storm, B Priestley, who went to AEW, excuse me. So yeah. All right, back to this. I'm all over the place tonight, but I love the chat. Thank you. Keep talking. I love it. I appreciate it. Elias comes out, plays a hell of a solo, and he's just jamming. He's complaining about the volume, and I was like, okay, is this a legit glitch, or is he just being heel? I couldn't tell. And he does the whole, if you don't shut up, I'm leaving, and yay, boo, yay, boo. That was comical. The guy can command a crowd. That's when you know he's good. Love him or hate him, when he comes out there, everybody loves him. Okay? That's all you hear is cheers. Who wants to walk with Elias? Everybody's screaming it. And it's the truth. Love him, like I said, it doesn't matter what your opinion is of him. Everybody's screaming it. Who wants to walk with Elias? And then he'll turn on you and get you to boo him in 2 seconds. That's good. If he came out and there was zero reaction, I'd be worried about him. But if he can get you to cheer, scream the hair off your head, and then boo him 2 seconds later, damn, I still don't know why they haven't done something bigger with him. I mean, being tied to a McMahon is pretty big, but he's like his lackey. He's not doing shit. So I don't know. Kevin Owens beat him in a match. Yes, I was getting to that. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Spoilers. I'm kidding. KO comes out, starts messing with him. They have a pretty short match. But Elias stole SmackVille completely, in my opinion. They gave him and KO. I mean, the KO segment was pretty short, but the whole Elias thing lasted almost from start of solo to end of match was felt like a half an hour. Then they gave the triple threat match like 15 minutes or just a hair over 15 minutes, something, with entrances. So it really wasn't that much. The match itself was, for the triple threat, was like 7-8 minutes. Apparently Bray Wyatt was in Nashville for tonight's show. Yeah, I read that too. He was supposed to be involved in Balor's match. I don't know. Well, like I said, I think it's a combination of, could be something going on with Balor, and they were also selling the injury. Who knows? Bad News Brown. Oh, man. I remember Bad News Brown from back in the day. Shayna Baszler wrestled for Stardom. Interesting. I didn't know that. I know she'd spent some time in the Indies, but not a lot. Couple years, maybe. Oh, excuse me. It's like Mandible Claw passed down to Bray Wyatt. Yeah, could be his finish. You know, Owens has got the stunner now, which I feel bad for him because he's going to completely destroy his back doing that. Completely destroy his back. But the guy's in better shape now than he was, when he first came in. So, anything with a leg drop, stunner, where you're compressing your spine like that, from a guy that's had 3 back surgeries. There's better finishers, okay? They're fun. They're fun to watch. Don't get me wrong. Willie Mack stunning people all day, all night. Love it. But damn, you're going to destroy yourself. Best stunner. Fits the Fiend character. Yeah, I'd say. Did Sarah Logan use the right? I don't know. I didn't see her match. I would actually have to watch main event, and I don't think I want to watch that. Although I do like Sarah Logan, and I do want to see what she's doing. Not as big of a fan of Naomi and the glow. Speaking of Naomi, she gonna leave her husband. He needs some help. He needs rehab like yesterday. The last time he was arrested, I talked to is it Jimmy? I think it's Jimmy Uso. I don't understand why I shouldn't say everyone, but I see so many people online making fun of him. There's nothing to be made fun of. Absolutely nothing to be made fun of. It's sad, and it's upsetting. What's also sad and upsetting is the stupid shit that the WWE puts out. He's responsible for his own actions. Yeah, no shit. You said that the last 3 times he was arrested or whatever it was. At some point, the company's got to step in and be like, all right, look, this is bullshit. We're taking you off the road for a year. We'll pay you half of what we were paying you, and you're going to rehab for a half a year. And if you don't, you're gone. At some point, the company's got to step in and be like, look, this is getting out of hand. This is happening multiple times. WWE is one of those countries. The country of WWE. Dear God. It's time for bed. The WWE is one of those companies where they try to maintain a positive image. If they have people getting arrested and falling down drunk like Jeff Hardy, and that's another one. I feel bad for him too. The guy's got to go back to rehab. And for those of you who are new to the channel and don't know me, I take this stuff very seriously because I lived with this stuff. It's in my family, and it's also part of me, unfortunately. It's also very difficult to talk about, but nonetheless, like I said, I talked about this stuff when Kurt Angle got cleaned up several years ago. I was watching that very closely, cheering him on from here, Jimmy driving, 90 and a 40 or whatever the hell it was, you can kill someone and himself and or someone who was ever in the vehicle with him. it's sad, and I pray he gets help, and if his other brother was it John, if he's doing good, give him a solo run, bring up another tag team, change it up, give him a solo run, give him a title, give him an excuse to be on TV, and also it gives Jimmy a chance to watch from afar and be like, use it as motivation. Don't use it as in, man, guess what we're doing with him, and you're sucking right now. Not that. Use it as motivation. That's exactly what I would do with his brother, John Uso. But Jimmy's got to get help. It's sad. I'm praying for him, and it's scary. I don't want to wake up one morning and be like, oh, died in a car crash, lost control of his vehicle, went off a bridge. They're searching for his body. I don't want to wake up to that freaking headline. No WWE and or wrestling fans want to wake up to those headlines. It's upsetting. Doesn't mean you get a free pass. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys have egos, but that's just besides the point. But yeah. James St. Patrick, what is up? We talked about Uso. Yeah, I'm talking about it a little bit. I wasn't going to do a big separate thing on it, but we're talking WWE stuff. So yeah, I wanted to just bring it up a little bit because it is stuff that I take very seriously. Jey Uso. What was I saying? John Uso? Dear God. It's tired. Jeff Hardy's in his same boat. Yeah, it is. He's sad. News came out the other day. They found him freaking drunk face down on a street or something. It's like, oh my God. And he's recovering from an injury, which means he's depressed. Possibly taking pain medication and drinking. Not good. Not good. I did that for a while after my back fusion. It made for a very interesting podcast. But, I jokingly say that because me and the guys had a blast, and I don't remember half of it. I played it back, and I was like, oh, shit. We had we had a blast, but please don't take that as in go do it, okay? I've done some stupid shit. I can admit that. Oh, what else is going on in the chat? Rikishi needs to help his son too. And so, yeah. Intervention. There you go. Intervention. Moxley might actually win the G1. I kind of hoping he does. That would really shake the shit out of the wrestling aura of things, wouldn't it? That would just be insane. And he's still U.S. champ. So which means, and I don't know if he's still going to be wrestling over there as much when TV starts. He can always fly back and forth, but, I don't know what his priority is going to be. I would think it's AEW, but we don't know. I really don't know. I have not heard yet. But I'm very curious. Next few months are going to be interesting. I believe Matt Hardy cleaned himself up. Yes, he did. I saw him right before he did. And yeah, he was messed up. It was right before he started the broken gimmick. It was, like 5 years ago, I think. And he did a Bruce City wrestling thing here, and there were a lot of guys in town. Greg the Hammer Valentine, Honky Tonk Man, the OG guys, the OG, the club. Gallows and Anderson, they were in town. Talked to them. Great guys. Seriously. Great guys. Whoever thought of pairing Moxley with Shoto should get a raise. Yeah, was that his last one? That was crazy. Like I said, all of his matches have been insane. This proves the wrestlers may make good money, but they're also a dark side to wrestling beyond the scenes. Yeah, it's grueling, the travel. Some people love it. Some people love, okay. That leads me to, I wasn't going to talk much about the WWE Championship match because it was good. Don't get me wrong, but there was no change, so it's not like, ooh, we need to talk about this. You know, it was an okay match. It was like 8 minutes, which was like, okay, there's no difference than, you know, compare that to 2 minutes on Raw. Ooh, you know, I mean, that's what you would have gotten on Raw. Soto Moxley is just, oh, shooter? Okay. I'm trying to think, what was his last match? Was that, I'm not familiar with some of the names. Is Shingo? Just go to rehab and retire. Starts from the road. Yeah, I mean, someone who actually enjoys the nomadic lifestyle, the travel and everything, is a guy who I'm going to talk about in this next bit. I watched the rebuilding of the Big Show, after SMACKVILLE, and that was a short but sweet special. Kind of a sad ending to it. It was only like 20 minutes long, but it was nice to get an update on the Big Show. He had, if you have not watched it, please go watch it. It's and it's for a guy like me who's trying to lose weight and better his, you know, not just my physical appearance, but just everything about me physically. Seeing a guy who's been on the sidelines for over a year and a half now. He had the hip surgery, got infected. They had to take everything out, put in like a cement thing with antibiotics in it as a replacement. Then they replaced that with the whole brand new uninfected stuff. That's crazy. I've had a few back surgeries, and I know how hard it is to recover from those, to try to get strong again. Excuse me, stay positive, everything. Because it's not just physical, it's mental. And to be on a sideline from what you're doing for a year and a half, dealing with this and recovering, that's crazy. It ends with, oh, he's off doing these promotional things for the company, which is fine. But I know he wants to be in the ring. So he's kind of doing what Mark Henry does. You represent the brand. And there's nothing wrong with that to a point, but after a while, because he's been doing this now since April. So you got April, May, June, July. We're coming to the end of the 4th month that he's been doing this promotional stuff for the company, which it gives him a chance to really get in better shape. He's still doing, legwork for the company, so he's not just sitting on his couch. But he wants to be in the ring. So my guess is maybe this fall, or they could do like one last run for him if he wants to, leading up till Mania next year. I don't know how much gas he's got left in the tank, if he's got how many more runs he's got. He's been in the industry 20 plus years. And he's in what is crazy to think of, but the best shape of his life. The ending photo in this special, the guy's got abs for days. This is coming from a guy that used to be over 500 pounds, could barely walk, horrible shape. Now he's lost like over 100 pounds or whatever it's been. And he's replaced so much of that fat with muscle, had hip surgeries, but he's still in great shape. And that kind of shit inspires me. Like, damn, if Big Show, this is deep shit. If the Big Show can get an 8-pack of abs, I might have a really shitty back and I can only do like these little crunches, you know, like I call them mini crunches because I can't do a full sit up. I would destroy my back. But damn, if he can do it, shit, I can do it. I know I can do it. I've lost over 25 pounds since I started my dieting again. I was just over 255. I'm down floating between the 220s and low 230s, but I've lost 25 pounds. And I've kind of plateaued, and that's frustrating. You know, the trick is don't weigh yourself all the fucking time because, you know, your weight fluctuates throughout the day, depending on what you're eating, depending on what you're doing. And I'm not that active. I'm trying to stay active while my wife's been gone and do house projects and outside shit. But it's not easy. So, but yeah, the rebuilding Big Show it's inspirational, like I said, but it's also kind of sad at the end. I just hope he keeps on getting healthy and that they do bring him back to wrestle sometime soon, you know. But it's understandable. They got so many people on their roster, and they you know, they circulate them between, okay, you're going to be off the road for a little bit, take a break, do some promotional stuff. Okay, no, or we're going to put you on main event, do some opening matches. You know, not everybody can be headlining Raw, but you know, they really have to do a better job of circulating their stuff. Because like this, like, you know, like I was talking about earlier, this whole women's issue, of them barely doing anything with their women. It's like, come on, get your shit together. They just canned some of their top writers, and now they've been going through a lot of changes. So, you know, none of this stuff has been a long time coming, or I should say some of this stuff has been a long time coming as far as trying to make positive changes to the company. But you got to take some drastic steps first, and they are. They got a bunch of new writers over the course of the last year. They're dropping some of the old main writers for Raw and SmackDown. So it's like, okay, now you got Heyman, and now you got Bischoff in there, and you know, and yeah, they're worried about AEW. Now it's time to get your shit together. I want to see them put on a good show. I mean, no matter how good it is, sitting through a 3-hour Raw is still ridiculously hard. But X-Force says he wishes he could go back to the old version of the network. Yeah, well, I guess a lot of people do. But, you know, if you have Netflix, it's, you know, and like I said earlier, I had some glitches, some issues with it tonight. But, you know, I'm sure they're still working on some stuff. I'm not like, oh, I'm canceling it. No, I try to be a little more patient than that. I mean, tonight was a little frustrating because I was very curious to see what this last minute SmackVille special was like. It was like, it really wasn't that great. It was an hour. It was nothing like, oh my God, they got to do this more often. No, I could really care less if they do this again. Elias shined. Elias shined. That's all I'm going to say to really sum up everything. Oh, Shoto is the young lion Mox took under his wing in G1. Oh, okay. Gotcha. So Big Show's not retired yet. No, he's not. I thought he was, but he's not. He's just become like a brand representative. I can't think of the word. It's late. I'm tired. I need to get out of here. Wrestling's changed a lot. Yes, it has. Over the last year, it's changed a lot. I get that people are mad there was no women's title match on SMACKVILLE, but what did Charlotte and Bliss do to get the title match? I don't know. I was expecting a little more than a quick put together 1 hour special that had a couple matches on it. I was expecting a full blown, night of whatever. And it didn't look like there was a lot of people there either. If you looked off to like the right, from the hard camera, it was completely black. I didn't know if that was all empty. I really don't know what the original plan was for this, but the crowd was so dark, it kind of had a weird feeling. I haven't heard anything about attendance. It's just, because I know they've had some issues, so I don't know. Vince needs to set back, let someone else help. Yeah, well, Heyman and Bischoff are there. Micromanaging the shows. Oh, that's all you hear about lately. Because it's good shit. Oh, God. Heard Vince will use NXT as a counter, which will ruin the brand for me. They're worried about going up against AEW. They should just worry about bettering their company. They should, and that's their biggest mistake. Oh, we have to get rid of them. No, you don't. Make your shit better. Get your fans back. This is not rocket science. I don't have all the answers as far as how to do it. But don't look at the guy down at the end of the block and be like, yeah, we need to squish him. Don't worry about him. They don't even have TV yet. They have a TV contract. I get that. I know that. But the TV doesn't start until October. So, when that starts, then we can really start talking about comparing and whatever. Bray was there and then was let down. I don't know. I didn't hear anything else about the show tonight. Because he's been, It's not competition yet. I'm happy they are here. They've had a few shows, and they're just trying to build their brand. And I get that not everybody is jumping on the bandwagon, and that's whatever. To each their own. I'm excited about it, so I'm going to be talking about it on here. And no one, and if someone likes it or doesn't like it, shouldn't piss you off. That's the crazy thing about fans. Oh, he's talking about AEW. I hate him. Why? It's stupid. You're gonna hate something just for the sake of hating something? Wake up and be pissed off about something. Really? Life is too short, people. It's stupid. When you experience certain things in your life, you start to think about shit a little differently. That's why I'm saying the stuff I'm saying. It's actually good for WWE because it's going to make you want to do better. Exactly. This is delusional. Yeah. Interesting month for wrestling. Yes, it will be. Export, absolutely. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm starting to lose my voice, so I'm going to get out of here in a minute. Wonder what Dusky will say about Vince. Yeah, it'd be very. I mean, he was with the company when he passed, so I don't know. That's hard. That's really hard. He'd be very proud of his kids. I can tell you that much. As far as Vince, I don't know. His kids, he'd be beaming. He'd be very proud of them, especially Cody. Helping start the company. Not to take anything away from Dustin. He's been tremendous too. That's another one. Cleaned his life up. He's in the best shape of his career. And now Punk in AEW or troll chopping everyone. Oh my God. And your Dusty. This is what Dusty would say. Controls WWE is the first thing you would fix. Yeah. Everyone gets off for Christmas. I don't know. I don't know. So, all right, but we could talk about this shit all night. And trust me, it's fun and it's great, but I've been on here for an hour. It's late. I didn't get much sleep last night. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And if you're digging the content and you are new, please don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Tomorrow night, folks, the plan is to review Impact Wrestling with the rest of the crew, Trent and Kyle from the Total Nonstop Impact podcast. That's over on the Impact Lounge. If you were not familiar with them, please go check them out. Tremendous family of podcasts over there. BQ has built, and I've had a handful or more of people from the lounge that are subbed over there, sub over here, like Whoopsie, among others. So thank you. That makes me feel like $1 million. That, number one, that they trusted me to bring me in and make me part of the Total Nonstop Impact podcast, but that I'm also building my fan base because of it, which it's twofold. It's incredible. It makes me feel like $1 million. We're working on some t-shirt designs, hopefully to get some t-shirts out for the Total Nonstop Impact podcast. I've got t-shirts for sale down in the description. If you want to truly support the show, get yourself a t-shirt, some swag. Just has the Smash This Podcast logo. There's a white tee and a white tank. And the reason why there's only white is because it just looks better on white, in my opinion. So go check that out. What else? Tomorrow night with the boys. And then Monday for MLW. And that's what's coming down the road for the podcast soon. Still working on the audio. I don't know what I'm going to do for it. It's just kind of like in the breeze right now. Trying to come up with some ideas right now. I don't know what to do. But it is going to happen. The channel's there. Excuse me. The channel's there. There's just nothing on it yet. So, but when I do decide what I'm doing with it, you'll be the first to know. So thank you all for blowing up the chat, viewing late on a Saturday night. When usually everyone's out, woohoo, it's summer. But you're here. So thank you. Much love and appreciated. We were kind of all over the place tonight, but hey, no biggie. Still appreciate the company here. So we'll see you guys tomorrow night over on the Impact Lounge. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.